In today's world, filled with endless noise, pressure, and constant pursuit of more, have you ever wondered if there's a simpler path to true happiness? As the Buddha once said, in the end, only three things matter: how much you loved, how gently you lived, and how gracefully you let go of things not meant for you. These words, full of compassion and wisdom, offer a timeless reminder that happiness may not be found in the places we often look for it. We're embarking on a journey today to rediscover these ancient Buddhist teachings and uncover how they can illuminate our lives right here and now. This is not just an intellectual exploration, it's a call to change, to grow, and to liberate ourselves from the thoughts and habits that hold us back. Are you ready to leave behind old patterns, open your heart, and step forward toward greater freedom, peace, and fulfillment? Let's begin this journey of self-discovery together. The concept of mental liberation in Buddhism, one of the world's oldest spiritual traditions, centers on achieving freedom from the mind's suffering. But unlike happiness that relies on external achievements, Buddhist teachings suggest that real peace arises from within. The path to what's called mental liberation involves letting go of cravings, aversions, and illusions that entangle us in suffering. According to the Buddha, the mind has immense potential for peace, clarity, and wisdom, but only when we free it from its own limitations. In Buddhism, this state of liberation is often called awakening or enlightenment. It is a process of seeing through the mind's attachments and illusions, leading to deep inner peace. This liberation requires cultivating mindfulness, ethical conduct, and a compassionate heart. Only by observing our minds, with practices like meditation, can we peel back the layers of distraction and discover the calm, radiant awareness that is our true nature. Common habits that block mental freedom. While the path to inner peace is within reach, it is often blocked by familiar habits and thoughts. These habits act like chains, tying us to a state of dissatisfaction, anxiety, and discontent. Let's explore some of the most common habits that prevent us from achieving this mental freedom, and how Buddhism suggests we let them go. Habit 1. Attachment to material possessions. In a world driven by consumerism, it's easy to believe that happiness lies in material wealth. We seek status, accumulate possessions, and think that the latest gadget or luxury will fill an empty space within us. But in Buddhism, attachment to material things is considered a major cause of suffering. The moment we cling to something external for happiness, we create a cycle of desire, craving, and inevitable disappointment. Letting go of attachment doesn't mean rejecting all possessions, but rather changing our relationship with them. Instead of seeking validation through what we own, Buddhism encourages us to find joy in meaningful experiences and relationships. By focusing on what truly matters, we can cultivate a sense of contentment that no amount of wealth can provide. Habit 2. Clinging to past regrets. Everyone has moments they wish they could change, a missed opportunity, a failed relationship, or a mistake that haunts us. However, dwelling on past regrets traps us in a cycle of sorrow and self-blame. According to Buddhist teachings, clinging to the past blinds us to the present moment, the only moment we truly have. The Buddhist approach to releasing regret involves practicing self-compassion. Rather than harshly judging ourselves, we can view past mistakes as learning opportunities. By gently releasing the weight of the past, we allow ourselves to embrace the present with openness and forgiveness. Habit 3. Worrying about the future. Constant worry about the future is a thief of present happiness. When we're endlessly concerned about what might go wrong, we rob ourselves of the joy available to us now. In Buddhism, worry about the future not only distracts us from the present but also feeds a cycle of anxiety and fear. Mindfulness and meditation are Buddhist tools that help us redirect our focus to the present. By practicing gratitude and appreciating the blessings we already have, we can ease our worries about the unknown. In cultivating mindfulness, we learn that the future will unfold in its own way, and that peace lies in embracing the present moment. Habit 4. Seeking approval from others. Social validation can feel like a powerful motivator, but the endless pursuit of approval can make us lose sight of our authentic selves. According to Buddhist philosophy, constantly seeking external validation traps us in dependency, undermining our inner self-worth. To break free, Buddhism encourages self-reflection and inner confidence. Instead of allowing others' opinions to dictate our worth, we learn to honor our values and trust our inner wisdom. This shift allows us to develop true self-acceptance and a lasting sense of peace. Habit 5. Holding on to grudges. Resentment toward others may feel justified, but holding on to grudges only burdens our own hearts with negativity. Harboring anger perpetuates a cycle of bitterness, making it difficult for us to find inner peace. Buddhism teaches that forgiveness is an essential step toward healing, not for the other person but for ourselves. By cultivating empathy, we begin to understand the suffering of others, and in this understanding, we find it easier to forgive. Through releasing our grudges, we open our hearts to compassion, and we free ourselves from the poison of resentment. Habit 6. Constantly comparing yourself to others, in a world of social media and online comparison. It's easy to feel inadequate by measuring ourselves against others. But comparison breeds dissatisfaction, envy, and low self-worth, keeping us from valuing our unique journey. Buddhism teaches that each person has their own path and purpose. By appreciating our strengths and focusing on our own growth, we can let go of the need to compare and instead celebrate our individuality. Habit 7. Overthinking and mental rumination. Overthinking can feel like solving a puzzle, but it often leads to anxiety and self-doubt. In Buddhism, overthinking is seen as a distraction that takes us away from a calm and centered mind. Practicing mindful breathing and body awareness helps quiet the mind's endless chatter. Instead of getting tangled in thoughts, we learn to observe them with detachment, letting them pass like clouds in the sky. This helps us find clarity and peace, making it easier to respond to life's challenges with composure. Moving forward with mindfulness and compassion, letting go of these habits is a gradual process, one that requires patience and persistence. By cultivating mindfulness, we become aware of our thoughts, feelings, and reactions. This awareness opens the door to change, allowing us to consciously choose peace over attachment, forgiveness over resentment, and presence over worry. As we continue on this journey, remember that transformation comes from within. Each step toward mental freedom brings us closer to a life filled with true joy, purpose, and inner strength. Conclusion: the journey continues. The path to inner peace and happiness is not something we complete in a day, it is a lifelong journey. As we apply Buddhist wisdom to our lives, we grow stronger, more centered, and more compassionate. We find beauty in simplicity, joy in mindfulness, and strength in letting go. If this resonates with you, consider joining our community at Wisdom Diaries to explore more insights, practical tips, and inspiring stories that support your journey toward mental freedom. Thank you for being a part of this journey, and may it guide you to a life of greater peace, clarity, and fulfillment.